birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Mom.
That was a ride. That was a ride.
You got out.
Really, you can write down to it. Write down to it. All of us in sports would never. You couldn't type that.
Hi, Dawn. Are you guys here? Hey, Becky? Becky? Go stand on your table and get your picture. It's your table. Not bad. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
Hi there.
Gotta waste some film here on.
I don't know.
Anything that looks like something.
It's all us now. It's our turn. Huh?
Hello, Dawn.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Do you eyeball it anymore? Just at night. I mean, I'm blind and I can see through light. Couple of late arrivals here. Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
Real milestone reached.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Joe.
Go back out.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Grandma. Don't use the zoom lens.
Yeah. Oh,
I gotta stand back.
okay, go back to your chair.
And learning how to give speeches professionally as I learned how to stop. Oh, okay, I'll tell them what she said. Now, some of you may be aware that I've started speaking professionally several months ago. And Grandma has been a great support for me, encouraging me and loving me, as I would call her, tell her about my progress. I've practiced and I did a great job here, or someone wanted to hear me there. And finally the day came when I called Grandma and I said, Grandma, guess what? They're going to pay me to speak. And she said, well, Kris, now you know Grandma, she's not a big joker. And she's a serious person. And when she speaks, we take her at what she says. And she said to me, she said, Kris, now I always knew you would do well in a career in speaking because you've been talking all your life and they're going to pay you to shut up. When Sam called me and she asked me if I would be willing to speak, and she made one request and she said, I would like you to say something funny. Well, I'm not a humorous speaker. I talk to people about how to build self-esteem and how to be confident, how to be assertive, how to have balance in your life. And I said, you know, when I talk about Grandma, I could be dramatic, I can be meaningful, and it can be deep. But one thing I can't be is funny. But Grandma, you gave me my opening line, so it was funny. In 1909, life was very different from what it is today. When Mary Catherine Landerfelt was born, her family did not have an automobile to get from place to place. And they walked wherever they wanted to go. They didn't have a television. I suppose people talked with each other a little bit more back then. They didn't have a VCR. They didn't have a microwave. They didn't have a cellular phone. And now I don't remember my next line. Okay. They did have water in the house, but only when someone brought it in from outside. But as I thought about 90 years, Grandma's celebrating 90 years. An awful lot has happened in that 90 years. You've seen a lot of changes take place, and that's been within the family and within the world that's around you. And I thought about all those things that have happened, all the changes, the world wars that you've seen, and all the events. And I asked Grandma, now if you had to go back and live life the way it was 90 years ago, but you could take one thing with you, what would it be? And she said, without hesitation, I would want electricity so I could have a washer and a dryer. Now I suppose you did a lot of clothes in your time. And I thought that was a pretty good answer. She wanted to do, wanted to have her washer and dryer, so that's a pretty good choice. And she also is very glad that she's no longer doing the canning and putting up the preserves. When I think about Grandma, you know, recently I did a survey and I asked people, over the last 100 years, who would you say has contributed the most, made a difference in the world? And I got a lot of answers. I got answers like Mother Teresa, and some people said Elvis Presley, Billy Graham, Franklin Roosevelt. Someone even said Hitler made a lot of difference in the world. And as I looked at the people who made a difference in the world, and I looked at my grandmother, I looked at what she has done in 90 years as well. And I would like to say that when I think of grandmother and what she has contributed, she's like a flower. And I'll tell you why I think she's like a flower. The F is for family. Your life is defined by your family. Now, I calculated this. You have 10 kids, and you were with child for 9 months each time, more or less. Grandma, you were expecting for 7.5 years. And if you want to know why you're tired sometimes, but your life is defined by your family and what you've given to your family and how you've taken care of them and how you've been nurturing. And I remember even my first flight, when I flew out, I left Columbus and headed to Germany, and you were there when I had my first flight. I haven't touched down since, but you were there. So I think about your life, I think about family and how you've been there for your family. And as a flower continuing, the L is for listening. Grandma knows how to listen. And it comes a lot harder for me than the speaking part. But Grandma knows how to listen, and I really appreciate that. The O in the flower is for order, and I don't know if any of you have come across this in your experience with Grandma, but she likes order. And I remember when Grandma was really tired, but there was still a skillet that wasn't cleaned. Everything in the house was in order, but she had to have that last thing done because she likes things in order. And that's a good thing because the world needs a lot of order. And of course, the W in our flower is for work. Grandma, you've seen a lot of hard work. And I did my calculations again. You know, I got my little calculator out. You had 10 kids. Let's say you fed them for 18 years, and I'm sure you fed some of them after 18 years as well. But for 18 years, 365 days a year, I calculated, and this is just your own kids. You probably fed a few others a few times too. And I see that you fed 197,100 meals. So today, if anytime you get tired and you're wondering why, you can think about all the hard work that you did and you put into raising your family. Continuing in the flower, the E, and this is my favorite one with Grandma. Grandma, your life is defined by your elegance. One thing that you have is dignity and elegance in every situation. And sometimes when I describe Grandma to folks, I talk about how she is soft-spoken, something I didn't inherit, but something that I respect very much. But Grandma, your elegance is with me, and I appreciate that and admire that. And the last part of the flower, and perhaps most meaningful, is the R for religion. Now, I wanted to say faith, but it didn't fit in my word. But Grandma, your faith, you are defined by your faith. And it has been rich over the years. And you have shared it with others. You shared it with your family. And now, when I look at what you have contributed, not only through your life and through your friends and those you love and what you've given and what you've shared, but your giving to the world has continued through everyone out in this room. And when I look at the people in this room and even those who are not able to be within these walls tonight, I look at what you are continuing to contribute to the world. And that is ministry from as far away as Africa. You are ministering through your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren. And through the music, you must have given so much because so many of your family is filled with music and sharing that with the world as well. And for those in other professions, whether it's medicine or whether it's finance, whether it's whatever, nursing, whatever people are giving, that's a part of you. And everything that goes out through the kids is a part of what you are sharing with them. So I recognize when I take a look at the world and who is contributing what and who should be recognized for what, I like to say this is what my grandmother has contributed. And I thank you, Grandma, for your dignity, for your faith, for your love, for your hard work, for your sense of order, and for your family. I love you.
Let me read this card. Get those cameras.
Well, go ahead and read it.
Don't put it in front of your face. There you go.
I want to read this. Jack chose this card, and I want to read what this says. It's a want ad. Mom wanted. It says long hours, low pay, little time off, Must be willing to work overtime on weekends, holidays, or summer vacation. Energy, imagination, intelligence, endurance, and flexibility required. Must have ability to lead, instruct, and guide, coupled with a warm and loving, affectionate personality. On the job training offered. And then it says, "Happy birthday, Mom, and thanks for taking the job."
I don't know what's in this, but this is from your grandson and his wife and family from Kenya, Africa. They sent it over. So I don't know what's in it either, but I know it's full of love.
Oh.
That's cute.
Say thanks, Dwayne.
I think there's a
Thanks,
note.
Dwayne and Shirley.
Isn't there, Shirley? I think there's a note there somewhere.
Scene one.
Happy birthday, Grandma. So sorry we are unable to be with all of you at the big party. Please know how much we love and appreciate you. Hope your 90th birthday tops every other one. Love, Dwayne, Sharma, Bethany, and Kelsey.
Thank you, Dwayne and Sharma.
Okay, that was a long. Eileen wants to sing a song.
When we were kids, if you wonder why we're kind of going downhill, we almost won album 72.
Wow.
I tried
That is
to
amazing.
find a wind bag for a bread basket.
Let's start singing back in the 40s with Jerry's old 1937 Ford, leaked water and everything else. We went over country singers.
I wonder if Elvis is here. He's got a song tonight.
Yeah.
You want to sing Grandma's song, Elvis?
Yeah. Go ahead, Elvis. Yeah, Elvis. We want to hear you sing.
Come on.
I don't know, baby. I'm a singer.
There's some grandchildren down in here now, so I have okay, the Ham's family's gonna sing one.
She's trying to remember what key it is.
My dad, I gotta remember what key this is.
Like keep touching you or something? Well, no. B flat.
Well, when the kids went out one day, Jack and Jean and Jerry, I guess, I'm not sure it was all three of them or what, but we took the wagon and horses out. I can't speak up any louder. Shut up, sis. And they hadn't been going too long until here come a woman back, and Kate thought it was the boys coming without the wagon. And she hollered, "Wonder what happened. I just wonder what happened to them kids." So she hollers out and she says, "Where's the wagon?" And that old lady says, "What wagon?"
You want down here?
Oh, I want to take this picture from here.
Attention, please. I'm going to take a deep breath and hold it, but taking pictures fast.
Wait a minute.
I don't have any belt. They don't need it.
Excuse me. Nobody back here talks.
We ain't ready yet. Sit down.
I'll take your picture whenever you have her mouth open.
We're not ready.
That's him talk. Just smile.
Okay.
Sit down, Bubba.
On the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, this is all.
That looks terrible.
Hey, I love it. This is gonna be worth money someday.
Probably you got one hiding back
Yeah,
there.
Brenda.
I don't see Brenda there.
You turned around, I don't think it.
All these flashes.
Hey, Aaron. Aaron. Move over to back here. Oh, we just lost one.
Waited too long.
If I tried to get up there and they wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. I'll get one later with that.
Grandma, I'll take a picture.
What do you want to do?
Smile.
Smile.
What you doing now?
Big cruise. Move for me. I'm recording.
Right there with the sweater. Watch out. Some night for you. Why? Cameras? Oh, I would hate to be in Hollywood.
birthday, Mom.